Hi, my name is Joe Matthews. I own Taralai Stress Relief here on Liberty Street in Manchester, New Hampshire. Taralai specializes in helping people with stress, anxiety, depression, PTSD, people who need detox, and people in pain.
My name's Lorna and I'm a respiratory therapist here for a local hospital. I met Joe through a friend. He was highly recommended. Working in the health field can be very stressful, and I found that the acupuncture that I receive here really helps me decrease my stress level, helps me focus, helps me just kind of feel grounded, and that's really helped me when it comes to getting extra sleep and just getting more things done at home, because I feel like I can focus and I don't feel as overwhelmed. So I've really found it beneficial. It's really helped me.
I'm Dr. Belinda Castor, and I'm a physician that's been practicing medicine in the greater Manchester area for the last 30 years. I had the opportunity to meet Joe when he moved into this office building, and have had wonderful conversations with him about the services that he provides, and have been the recipient of receiving acupuncture therapy, as well as having a family member receive acupuncture therapy and light therapy. And I just want to speak to the benefit that I have received and I've seen in a family member as far as stress reduction and improvement in sleep, and not only just through the acupuncture aspects of the ear, but also through an herbal tea product. And I've been blessed to have Joe as a speaker for an educational program through my practice. And I believe there were 7 of us that received ear acupuncture that evening, and we have another one scheduled in the near future. So he's a real advocate as far as educating people about the benefits. And one of the things over my 30 years of experience is nature and science have to come together. And we need to look at alternative measures or alternative treatments and ways to manage medical situations. And there's a lot of folks that don't tolerate medicines, or traditional therapy is not always the best approach. And so being able to use therapies that Joe offers here in the form of the auricular acupuncture, as well as massage and other modalities, is really a benefit, and makes a nice blend and combination for treatment of a variety of different diseases and disorders, anxiety, stress, chronic pain, depression, ADHD, and so much more. And so I highly recommend Joe, and I continue to refer people to him to receive the benefits that I've received.
We do this using different types of methods that work best for you. So it's never a one size fits all. What we do is we work with you through different modalities, including ear acupuncture, including color light therapy, and including something called auricular therapy. Auricular therapy is finding places in the ear that correspond with places in the body that have pain, and I can treat that in the ear. Those of you who have heard about acupuncture may not know that 60% of the hospitals here in the United States actually hire people like me, acupuncturists, to work in the hospital to help people pre and post surgery. We also have people like me in chemo wards helping women going through chemotherapy. What happened was, in the 1970s, there was a neurosurgeon out in California who knew that if he gave a needle in the ear to some of his clients before surgery, they needed less pain medicine after surgery. What he found out was his clients were coming into him afterwards and saying, "You know, doc, I don't really need street drugs I used to take." He was sort of perplexed about that, and he knew it wasn't anything he did, so he contacted acupuncturists who came in and came up with this 5-point protocol, which I follow, and that's what I have a license here from the state of New Hampshire that allows me to practice the same technology, the same points that these acupuncturists use. And what we do is we can do points that detox the body, the liver, the lungs, and the kidneys. We also have something called Shen Men, which lowers anger, cools the heart. And we have what's called a sympathetic that handles the stress and the anxiety. What we do is we use a very small needle. It goes, it actually gets twisted under the cartilage in the inside of the ear. and it only goes 1 to 2 millimeters. Most people don't feel it. They'll probably feel a little bit, maybe 1 out of 10 needles. There are 5 needles in each ear, and they'll sit there for 45 minutes. Some people will even fall asleep. Some people will just sit there and read a book or do some texting or whatever. It's a very calm, relaxing type of feeling they have. Many people will go home and go to bed. They just feel all that stress and anxiety is out of their body. What I've done is I've picked up other technologies, including, like I said, auricular therapy. Auricular therapy has been around for about 50 years, and it's pretty cool. What I have is a map of the ear, and there are many, many points on the ear. And what I do is I use a pressure gauge, and I can try different points on the ear that correspond to points on the body that are in pain. So I had a client last week who came in, and she said, the top of my foot hurts just past the toes, and the back of my knees hurt. When I tried different points on the ear, she was saying, no, I can't feel anything, can't feel anything. I got to the point where she said, oh, I can feel that. You read that point is, and it's the knee. Okay, so what I would do is I'd get a simple glass rod and massage that point of where the knee corresponds in the ear, massage that for a couple of minutes, and then what I would do is I would use color light therapy. And I would place different colored lights at different frequencies across the top of her knee and the bottom of her knee. Next day, her pain was almost all gone. She'll probably need 1 more treatment. She's coming in this week, and it'll be gone completely. So I've had many, many success stories with 1 or 2, or sometimes more treatments. But most of the clients have been extremely happy with the results they've seen from treatments with this type of technology.
I'm a retired nurse of 50 years, surgical nurse. I moved over to New Hampshire after my husband died, and between the move and my husband dying, I got really depressed, and I didn't want to do anything. And my daughter kind of got me with Joe, wanted me to come see Joe for acupuncture. Now, I'm an old nurse, and I have to admit, acupuncture was not on my list of things I was ever going to have done. I thought it was I was really skeptical about it, but I can't believe the difference. After even the first treatment, I want to do things. I do things with my family now. I have more energy to do things, and it really has been a great thing. And even my son-in-law thinks I'm doing so much better. So if he thinks so, I'm really doing good.
At Taralai, we work really hard to make sure that you can build a better life for yourself by using different methods to help you relieve stress, anxiety, depression, pain, ADHD, PTSD. It is very, very effective with ADHD. It's a simple 2-minute treatment, but it lasts a long time, and it requires a long time of coming in for treatments. It is actually a 2-minute treatment across the forehead. It's called laterality, and it's 2 minutes a day, 5 days a week. So it doesn't last long, but it requires a lot of coming in, a lot of those treatments. And what we do is we try to keep our prices very low, because we understand that it takes a lot of work, but it's effective. 3 or 4 months, you'll probably be off your meds, and that's going to save you a lot of money, and it's going to make a better life for you. So what we want to do is build up a secret sauce that works for you. We can relieve stress and anxiety, again, with the color light, and with some acupuncture in the ear. And we're going to do whatever we can to make you feel a lot better about yourself. Thank you.
My name is Ophelia Burnett. I am the New Hampshire campaign organizer with the National Council for Incarcerated and Formerly Incarcerated Women and Girls. I am also the Healing Justice organizer with the American Friends Service Committee here in New Hampshire. I do a lot of campaigning, I do a lot of policy work, advocacy work, both state, local, and federally, so I'm doing a lot of work mentally. So the light therapy that Joe does works miracles. At first I was like, what is the light going to do? But once he performed it on me, and I already noticed, quick results immediately. So I just want to say thank you, Joe, and you guys should try that as well.
And Joe, what got you started on this? You have said that you had retired, but you didn't enjoy retirement.
Yeah, I worked in IT, actually selling into IT for about 45 years. And I didn't take retirement very well. And when I retired, I got my knee replaced, which was upcoming for a number of years. I kept on putting it off. The knee didn't heal right. I ended up going to an acupuncturist, and she took care of it. So I got interested in acupuncture, and I decided, I'm going to do this. So I took a course, and I learned how to do it. I took up different modalities or different methods, different technologies, different therapies to add on to my acupuncture practice. One of them, of course, is the color light therapy, and the other one is the auricular technology, the auricular therapy, where I practice in the ear. And these can build up using some or all of those different types of therapies to help people build a better life. What I like to do is offer our veterans, police, and firemen very special pricing to help them with depression, PTSD, any type of anxiety or stress they may have. Taralai Stress Relief, we use not only ear acupuncture, but also color light therapy. It's been shown to be very, very effective in bringing down that stress and anxiety, and both veterans and police and firemen have really benefited greatly from it. You will too, I hope.